the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans.
2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Whitaker. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And the Texans...
Off play action. Whitaker. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Titans.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Washington. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Washington. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
At the 37-yard line.
Off play action. Washington. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Washington. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Titans 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Washington. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Washington. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Kelly to try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they'll try again down here with Kelly. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Kelly. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. On 4th and goal, Kelly stopped up. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
Taken down.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Texans.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, Whitaker. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st down, Washington got his man complete over the middle. It's Wheeler.
Washington's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Off-play action, Washington. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
operating from the gun. Washington. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't it? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
6-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change with you? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first and 10, Washington. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down, Houston.
Throwing on first down, Whitaker. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Whitaker. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Number 85.
The end result, 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Complete to
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
To throw again. Washington going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
The kick is good.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Here's Coleman now to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake. Washington. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Intercepted by the...
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Just shy of...
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Foster. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Kelly. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Washington. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
For number 87.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Off play action. Washington. And his throw here's incomplete.
Washington's pass.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. On the play fake. Washington. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Off play action. Washington rolling to his right. His throw caught right around the 6.
Touchdown, Titans.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I've been telling my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Whitaker. Got an open man. It's Foster. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back now in Nashville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Whitaker to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers, another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
To number 87.
From 4 yards out. And the Texans cut into that lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The ball carried by.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Kelly.
The ball carried.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Washington, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Whitaker. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Whitaker's
A gain of 6 there on 1st. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
taken down at the 14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
On 4th down, Whitaker. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Washington. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Washington. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Off the bootleg, Washington. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Washington. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get to the end zone as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Whitaker.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. To throw on second down, Whitaker. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Whitaker, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
On the deep ball. Brings up 4th down.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
47.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a